and quite frankly, if people don't have fun.
The working with the media work stream arose from some of the experience we'd had with other Sciencewise projects, where we found that it was quite difficult to engage the mainstream media in trying to cover stories about dialogue activities. So in this work stream we wanted to find out whether that was just our experience or whether there was wider evidence to support that, and if so, what else we could do. Were there other approaches we could take? Were there other media outlets we could work with so that we got the coverage that we wanted in the future? What we found in the course of the research is that what was our experience was shared more widely with others, and that in fact journalists seem to think that dialogue isn't particularly newsworthy. It could be if it's linked to new research findings or a political announcement, but the process itself doesn't really catch the media's attention. So we then looked at whether there are other outlets, and we've decided that sort of online and digital media could be a good source of coverage of dialogue events. But we also reflected on our own practice and understand that there are a number of things that we could do to be just a little bit more effective when we are working with the mainstream media. We received a lot of different feedback today, but I think one of the points that I found particularly interesting was just questioning why we'd want to work with the media and in fact whether we would. We had come up with 3 of our own reasons, so we'd want to do it in order to get people involved with the process and to share the findings a bit more widely and to demonstrate that organisations are listening. But what I think we need to think a bit more about is how does that impact on the process itself, and does having media coverage and the media involved in it change what goes on within the dialogue. I think the feedback today will make us think a bit more about that question of whether we want to involve the media in the process and try and explore that a bit further and the impact that it'll have on the process itself. But also some of the conversations about online and digital media. We're starting to think a bit more about how that can be used and monitored to gather social intelligence, either to provide the background or to provide an ongoing sort of snapshot of public thinking and public dialogue.